punished on this map. I think pun intended. So we
Yeah,
will
everyone is.
have to see. I don't know what's gonna happen. No one knows what's gonna happen. It's Inky. It's a coin flip, but it's surely a good time. And
Yeah.
starting Awakenings, Demolitionist, and Fight or Flight.
Fight or Flight on Inkies is devious. People
Yeah.
are gonna be moving.
Yes. 100%.
Right, but here we see the Rasmus band coming out from Demons, which I like a lot because it's such a good pick on this map that taking it off is... I admittedly putting EKC on the Kazan, putting NXCD on the Kazan. Or no, sorry, I've brain blast. Put NXCD on the Zentaro. Snake took Kazan, the other really good core control brawler on open maps, and now EKC has to make the Zen work, and I think it can. I think it does, but it takes a lot more execution than something like Rasmus or Kazan. So, you know, good drafting by Demons. I like that.
Yeah, definitely like that. And for the uninitiated, Yuko Kita is none other than Katsuna, who is picking up a nice save there. Just help out some of the first-time shatters, new-time watchers. Looks like there wasn't a goal in the first 30 seconds, so this isn't a very standard game of Inkies that we're used to seeing here, but the barrage going through, NXCD finds the KO, or rather Katsuna, and Gumi gets overwhelmed with this Estelle goalie.
Yeah, the Estelle is definitely an interesting pick. We saw it earlier, Cosmic Calamity's playing it, and it's a pick that's been making its rounds. Some people more comfortable than others playing it. Gumi, I believe, has been playing it for a while, and I think it's pretty interesting on this map because obviously there's one barrier. Like defending, it's great, but to what end? To how long? And so having a good offensive pick is going to be pretty nice, and that's going to be barrier down for EKC. Demons RAAAAHH have the power play here. Something interesting that I'm noting is that's Katsuna on his signature Luna pick that he's really good at. So obviously picked it here. Wonder if it's going to have as much impact as a midfield pick like Aimee that has, you know, a little bit of everything. So does Luna, but is definitely spec'd into damage more than anything else. That all being said, hey, the Demons RAAAAHH almost, EKC almost saving it, but I was going to say we're dragging on for a little bit, like 50 seconds, guys. Bit of a long point, but
yeah,
no,
we gotta get those numbers. We gotta get those numbers way down. But you know, last game we saw the full roster switch positions, and that was Fun Bun Bonanza. Now we get to see it a little bit more fluid. We see Soren with that eject button able to sort of swap roles with Katsuna. Sometimes when each striker is low, or sometimes just whatever you want. Fly in, get the goal, and a nice pass up to NXCD. This time not quite working out. That will be activated, and a nice catch with that primary there from NXCD. And this is going to be the bread and butter that you're going to expect out of these brawlers, like Kazan, like Zentaro. Use that ability, whether it be crooked leverage, whether it be all of the buttons that Zentaro has, and you're just looking to fish it out. I mean, that's really the name of the game on the map like Inkies.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we see barrier going down again, but Snake gets vaporized there. Crazy strike shot coming out from Gumi, though. Bang, gonna beat A, and that's better. 13 seconds, what I like to see. Let's get the show on the road. Inkies!
Yeah. Inkies! Put some yas in the chat for that one. You see Soren clearing things out. NXCD does have flip here. Already, I feel like we were just talking. We haven't even talked about really the Awakenings and how everyone except for Gumi decided to pick Fight or Flight, and it's already like set point 2-2 right now, and another player's off the map. Almost a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I was just looking at Snake almost died. Yeah, again. And the Centauro, super low stagger character. Kazan also really low stagger, especially early on. And low-key, Inky is a KO map. As you can get knocked out in the corners where the barriers are once they're down, and that's such a big deal. And it's really hard to hide in the middle. Like look, oh, the Snake just like DI'd that. I don't know how he survived the Zen ult, but awesome.
Oh, still, well, he's not going to survive that. I mean, that's just the whole team. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't want him on the pitch. And Soren, scary situation, has to use that flip to get out. And nice read there with the Crystal Thorn. Or the Rose Warp, rather, from Gumi. No energy now on the side. Snake just missing the angle, but finds it with yet another touch. And Soren's taking some damage. Gumi will step on it. Soren is off the pitch. Gumi can't quite find it. Looking for that, and the stun will make the pass null and void. As Katsuna is able to clear it out. We'll see if NXDD can lock it down for 1 second. Soren spawns on the bottom. Got a little bit mixed up. Clearly wasn't familiar with the map as he runs forward instead of up. So there's definitely some learning to get back to on this map for all these teams.
Yeah, got to refamiliarize with the summer special Big Cannon. And here, the Demons has a ton of damage on Katsuna, but just dropped the barrier. And things are looking dangerous. Core flip burned from Gumi. They're going to have to look for something nice. Oh, no, they're not. A Snake is just going to be able to put that in right there. And Demons are going to be taking the first set. Yeah,
Snake, the champion, gets MVP for this set. And looking like an interesting draft here. That is, yeah, that is something.
There's a lot. I'm looking at, Big Fish. It's a great pick. Size Kazan is going to be wonderful. 1-2 punch also nice for the core speed, but going big mode. 2 Sparks, which I was looking at, but I don't know if anyone will be picking up. Deadeye Luna. Hello, Deadeye Luna. That's effectively undeniable. Kazan, not a big fan of that awakening. Catalyst going straight. Kainoob can be pretty nice, but yeah, the Deadeye is going to be a big game changer. Kazan at level 4 only has 1400 stagger. Hey, now 1441. Big! Welcome to level 5. Unfortunately, it's not enough. It's just gonna be needing a little bit more than that to handle Deadeye Luna, which is I think gonna be EKC's win condition is just smiting people.
Yeah, which is, something that I feel like is fairly common for a lot of these teams that are in the higher seeds. It's just, take the other team out. And that'll often net you a lot of goals. And you know what else will net you a lot of goals? Just striking. Just striking in the corner. There's so much on this map that you really have to take into account that I feel like you can talk about the macro or whatever you want, but ultimately it's just take the barrier first and then just step on the thing and went off cooldown. Like, just step on it over and over and get the splash going, just to be a nuisance. But yeah, lots of damage coming out here, especially as I say that. Immediately a core flip KO from NXZD, as now Gumi off the map, the goalie. Caught a little bit too far forward, and thankfully Kainoob and Snake will be able to lock this down. But we see Gumi walking the wrong direction off spawn too. Clearly it's messing up all these players, but it's fun for us to watch.
Yeah, on Inky spawning at the bottom is such a weird, trippy thing, but that's going to be a power play for both teams. A classy little 2v2 here, as Kainoob is just getting in there, winning all these interactions, the Kainoob style, and is now a little low. But what I'm noticing here is that EKC is doing a great job getting the ball into the enemy goal box and getting KOs, here and there, but they can't get it into the corner where the barrier actually is. They're really struggling with it. Of course, they were able to get it, but we're in overtime on Inky Splash Zone. That's unheard of. We're not usually doing that. I think both teams are doing really well on the defense, but that's going to be a core flip that's going to take out Gumi, and that's another power play for EKC. And in fact, a goal. Hey, good job.
good work, team. High fives up top. Yeah, Kats Luna, making that creator work there. It has the Deadeye. It's just so scary, and it's able to get so much core speed, especially as you get into overtime. And right now, the name of the game is take players off the map and press the button. That is, these players are very good at pressing buttons. And now you're in a terrifying spot right now as Gumi is able to push up so far. Soren with a beautiful angle, able to clear that and somehow wins the strike war against Snake. Will he be able to do it again is the question, though. Kainoob looking to pass it up to Snake, able to fly in there just to get it past the crater. And the sentry turret is up to relieve some pressure. Snake's hitbox just put out a little bit too early. Somehow EKC able to get out of this defense. A beautiful core flip there. After securing it to stall some time, NXDD is in position. The core is moving a little bit too quick, and here's the fish. Not quite finding its mark. NXDD will keep this up top. Trying to find this point here.
Yeah, oh, hey, to find the KO while they're at it. I believe that was Katsuna with the Crater Maker. And
Ooh.
Gumi having a core flip, getting NXDD's core flip too. No, I was about to say, things are looking dangerous without Kainu in the net, but Gumi holding it down. Snake getting KO'd though. Now EKC still has the power play. And this is just what they do, is just perpetual power play, constantly chaining KOs. Gumi getting chipped right there. An opportunity to fall, but now with all three members of Demons back, they're able to push it forward. They have all of this offense going, passing between each other, Snake and Kainu, but they're just really struggling to get through Soren, who's covering the goal box really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And wow, what a save from Gumi with that Rose Warp. Snake's almost able to take advantage of it. Kainu has the flip and now does not. NXDD looking for something. That Crater's going to help out, and NXDD somehow sends that up off of the Crater from Katsuna. That was... I don't know how that went that way, but that was some geometry magic.
Yeah, unclear what happened right there. It could not tell you, but a little bit of EKC magic, perhaps, as they're taking the lead in this set right here, 2-1. And now this game lasting a lot longer than I expected. These teams are both holding on really, really well. The barrier down for EKC and Demons on the offense, but they're just struggling to get it through EKC's defense.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah. How do you get it past that, though, is my question, Yoshi. I mean, look at this. Gumi somehow saves it off both the gates. The button is up, and there's the core flip gone. Snake also taken off the map. Katsuna, all you got to do is click. And somehow Gumi is just 1v3ing right now, but yeah, that's enough of that.
Ain't no way the taunt to get bodied right there. Gumi, honestly, like, really, really well played. He did end up blowing his primary ult on nothing, but a great blink and some great strike wars kept him in the game. But then Katsuna said, I'm done trying to score on this guy. Kill him now. And gone he was. Great ace from EKC. A complete blowout, and they have been awarded Unstoppable. It's really big. On the other hand, Demons picking up Team Player, which is also really big. And Super Surge on Aimee. I think is a game changer. Explosive entrance on NXDD. Also, really big draft, guys. Really big draft. Big things all around, but that is a lot of damage NXDD is getting, and just a lot of presence on the map. It's going to be super useful. Same goes for Kainoob, of course, but you know, we'll have to see which team is going to be able to make the most of it, as a game is tied up.
Yeah, there it is. Makes it through finally into the water. The dash blocked away by Gumi, and the stun coming out from Katsuna. Able to secure NXDD that point. Now things are hard. I mean, we see Soren and Katsuna level 9. The entirety of Demon's RAAAAHH is stuck on level 7, although it can change so quick. But yeah, a beautiful showing right now from EKC. I think overall they're pretty happy with this, especially Katsuna with that Unstoppable. I feel like is a massive change. As you can kind of just live getting hit by now the Super Surge that Kainoob has, which is, I mean, going to be a huge problem for Soren, but thankfully for him, he doesn't really have to be in the net.
Yeah, and neither of these goalies really have been playing in the net or on the barrier, which I think is how you're supposed to play. But of course, trying to defend against Luna in these situations is looking so hard. Katsuna is just getting all of these really, really well done checkmates. He'll shoot and then wait for the goalie to press the button and then dash in and use the dash to win his interaction. And It just keeps working. Demons, though, are getting the barrier first pretty consistently, but aren't able to capitalize after that. And it's looking really tough, I think. EKC just is able to get more consistent offense and a lot of KOs, and they're getting some KOs, which also helps a lot. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen like Kitten just even use that blast from the Inky's thing to even like masquerade the missiles that go through, which is also insane tech. We're talking about, as you say, finding those KOs. That's something that's huge. So the question is, we all saw the Doki Doki stream. Can Gumi have the attention span to not press the button immediately?
Hey, we'll wait and see. He has been pressing it immediately. Oh, he's waiting for it. Yeah. He wants it. Look. He's out. Goal goes in before he gets to press it. Dopamine denied. How unfortunate. But hey, next point. My eyes will be peeled on Gumi waiting to press the button. That's so funny. He's got to hit it. It's right there.
It's right. It's just so shiny and red. It's pure dopamine. And look at that NXCD with the core flip, 8 seconds through the barrier. Make that a 9-second goal. EKC is just dominating right now, and this is so hard to deal with. It's, every time I make the joke, we're on Inky's, I always have to say, explosive entrance. NXCD has it, and NXCD is making a huge difference in this game with it right now.
Yeah, looking to pick up this Egoist too, which, hey, makes a lot of sense. Really, really nice. Gonna be a ton of speed. Coming out. Peak going to Kainoob. Peak performance is back. And I know all of Demon's Raw is a fan of the Awakening. Stagger is really nice to have. Deny you from the enemy team is also great. Stacks on Soren and extra special on Estelle. Gumi. I don't know why Gumi erasured him, but those are both going to be pretty nice. And Snake picking up Knife's Edge, which you would think it's a really strong Awakening on a map like Aten on Oni because you spend a lot of time on the walls. But I feel like on this map you don't spend a lot of time on the walls. And maybe I'm a liar. Look at Snake go. Just look at him go.
He's only spending time on the walls now. No center allowed.
Yeah,
but yeah,
hey,
we've seen it. We've seen it stack with the Kainoob Century and win enough strike wars. Thankfully, Demon's Raw able to win enough this time. The Snake with the top spin able to get it past Soren. Just playing so aggressive, really making use of Kai's entire kit. But there's the button pressed. Katsuna flying in for the save, but not needed. NXCD gets the stun, but it's not quite enough. The Sentry does come out. And we just have to get it forward. NXCD does have the core flip so close to net, able to time it out and just shoot it into the top corner. A beautiful mind game from NXCD, able to take the first point of this set. And with EKC playing like this, I feel like it's going to be very difficult for Demon's Raw to make a comeback.
Yeah, there's a reason they're 3-0 right now. And this team is just in complete top form and going crazy on it. And this was Demon's map pick. They picked Inky's, but now EKC is just playing remarkably well on it. And again, able to get all of these offenses way more consistently. Ooh. And even though they have to score on Gumi and Kainoob, who are playing out of their mind on the defense, like they're still getting it done. They're still doing it. Button pressed.
That's right. Soren now, no barrage sitting in net, but still have to try to get it past NXCD. The top spin will be good enough. The glitch pop, not needed. Snake's able to get that through. Nice goal there, and we'll even out set number 3. Looking for something. I think as soon as these players figured out where to go after you get KO'd, I think they learned the map. But wow, yeah, you're going to need to really know where to go after you get KO'd. That is a fast one, because the entirety of Demon's Raw is almost KO'd.
Yeah, Snake has a flip, but it's going to be knocked out immediately. One missile, one Deadeye missile goes a long way. Katsuna just going for it all right there, almost takes out the rest of Demon's Raw. But now, unfortunate barrier miss. Snake though back, able to get the barrier, kind of now staggered, but it doesn't matter. They were able to capitalize, and you know, I was gonna say something like, you know, if you're gonna go try and KO Kainoob, you better finish the job. And then he, you know, almost got the barrier, but hey, I'm doubling down. If you're gonna knock him out, you gotta mean it, or else he's just gonna do some wild Kainoob thing and just win.
That's right.
You don't want that.
You do not want that, unless you're a fan of Demon's RAAAAHH. And there's a KO. Found pretty quickly there from Snake, I believe, with that top spin and the strike war. Yep, that's enough from Snake. Able to get it past Soren. And look at this. Demon's RAAAAHH, as I talk trash, come back, win the next 3 in a row. Able to even up this game. And we're on set 5 now. You know, don't count them out. They're just scaling for late game.
Yeah, really. But that's perfect form detected. Almost definitely going to be denied. And yeah, NXTD sitting here on the draft saying, I'm not getting perfect form. Yeah. But has Spark Resilience, able to take Spark Fragility and go, you know, Spark mode there. Going to be really nice. That's a lot of speed. That's a lot of stagger too, which is going to make him all the more unkillable. Hot shot on Gumi. Hot shot and team player is such a big deal. At CDR, core speed, that's all you want.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, that might be one of the biggest pickups, maybe next to Missile Prop on that Luna, if they're getting KOs.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about that because it's kind of scary. It's kind of traumatic.
It's a little scary out there.
I'm taking a lot of damage, and I think core speed is really the name of the game on this map. It's just get overwhelmed, and we've seen the passes up work so often. Kainoob gets that one with the nice little self-pass combo, but yeah, get that up to Kainoob, let them use the Super Surge and pop off. That's really what you need to win this game.
Absolutely, and Demons are surging back, super surging back. Yes.
Nice.
And EKC was looking so dominant, and then, you know, Demons RAAAAHH is just getting their offenses beautifully, getting it in where it needs to go, and playing around these KOs a lot better. You know, even though Katsuna now has Deadeye and Missile Prop, it's just like, you know, each missile just chunks you for so much damage. We haven't seen any KOs so far, and so, you know, Demon's RAAAAHH is holding on in spite of this, you know, monstrous threat. Sorry.
Oh.
And Kainoob is going to be holding it down now. Good luck, Kainoob.
I don't know how Gumi passed away there. Did he bump into the Inkies? Flash?
He died in the corner because the wall was gone, and it was just I can't remember what he died to.
It must have been a Katsuna missile, surely, right?
Yeah, something like that. He just got vaporized into the corner. Oh, like kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well, I saw it again now. I understand it now, and hopefully they do too. Kainoob here will have the core flip, looking to 1v3 here. Has the sentry turret. Will be able to stall out for a while. Gumi's just looking to get it up there. Kainoob to pass the snake. Almost fishes it out. Soren has the flip though. Able to live a little bit longer, and the stun from NXTD lasting not long enough as the flip comes out. But once again, control back to EKC. NXTD looking for that. The barrage coming through, but a beautiful cross clear yet again from Gumi. He's been getting away with these, and Snake just looking and hunting. And Katsuna was on that death note.
Yeah, definitely. They said, I've got Knife's Edge. I've got Kazan open primary. That move just kills. I've got a great strike right here.
Ooh.
Oh, but unfortunately Gumi did not. It's just a little bit too late, and that's going to be EKC bringing us to match point. It is neck and neck here.
Yeah, I am struggling to do any analysis because this is Inky's. So I look away and all of a sudden there's a goal or a KO and I don't know where it came from. And hopefully these players know better than I do. It's 1 point away. Set point now. Kainoob has the flip into the sentry turret. Somehow Soren clears that up and gets away with it. Absolutely insane amounts of damage being pumped out on the Katsuna right now. Soren trying to get it forward. Kainoob takes a lot of damage from that missile. Crater just sending it the wrong direction. Gumi here has flip. Hopefully opts to use it this set. As the barrier does fall now, that button will be up. Gumi has to save the core beforehand, and there it is. There's the button. But Katsuna doing such a good job controlling that core. We love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Doing a ton of damage to Gumi, too. Getting the orb. Has a core flip. It's going to be really tough to break through that. But Katsuna going for Snake's life there. And Gumi's. Yeah, everyone's getting a piece of the Luna action. Snake looking really low, but has the flip. And goes for the shot. Ties up the game. Set 5.5 off a beautiful shot slotted right in the corner. It all comes down to this right here.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Set 5.5. We're going for broke here. This is going to be important for the rest of the series. There's the flip blocked away by Soren. Uses that barrage. And Gumi, unfortunately, burns the flip. It loses the barrier. NXCD just snags a piece of it. And just like that, EKC close out map number 1 and take that on Demon Raw's pick.
Yeah. And that's really rough for Demons here. Hey, GG going all the way to set 5.5 for a 10-second point at the end. And not to harp on it so much. It's like, haha, Inkies. That was an almost 26-minute game.
Yeah.
That was really long. Kainu breaking 300 redirects too. It's insane. But yeah, EKC just looked so comfortable on the map. 12 KOs from Katsuna. Getting Deadeye in set 1 helped a lot. It was really good. It made a big difference. And so, super difficult to play into that. But Demon's Roar almost brought it back.
That's right. A total of 22 goals scored that match. Just to put numbers into perspective, that is a lot. And that is why that match took almost 26 minutes. Something you definitely don't see on Inkies. I mean, that's the reason why we were ahead of schedule for a little bit today, was because of the return of Inkies. But yes, this team is back. EKC is looking very strong, and it's no wonder they're undefeated this season. That being said, we're going to Obscura, which, as you talked about, Yoshi, not necessarily a map where Demon's Raw is too comfortable on, something that they don't pick too often. So will they adapt to it? Well, we'll have to see.
We'll definitely have to see. I was going to say, give any sort of thought on how Demons look on Gates of Obscura, but I don't think I've ever seen them play it. And if I have, I can't particularly remember it. So, hey, I'm strapping in for a new experience. I want to see how this team performs on this map that they might not be so comfortable on. And, if they turn it up to an 11, we're going to game 3. And if not, then EKC just continues their tear.
That's right. And a tear it was. I mean, that was still an incredibly close match. I thought for sure every time I counted Demon's Raw out, they just somehow scored 3 goals out of nowhere. It's a definitely explosive player, something to look out for heading into this next match. I think one of the key maybe things to look out for is going to be how these teams' midfielders play around the teleporters. Obviously so important, or the portals rather, whatever you want to call them. Going to be very important, especially if we see Kainoob on the Aimee again. This map benefits so much from having core control and being able to make these passing plays. So if you have a good brawler and you're able to throw it up there and just get it stuck in the corner, yeah, that's a barrier down.
Yeah, definitely. It's just such a midfield centric map. So obviously, as you said, I'm curious to see their picks. They're going to be very, very important. I wonder if they're going to let the Luna go through again, because obviously, Deadeye in the first draft or early on, unlucky. You can sit back and say that, but you can also say, what if we banned the Luna and just didn't deal with it? And then you can't get Deadeye. So, curious to see.
That's a good point.
Yeah, curious to see what they have cooking, but they banned Luna, or no, sorry, they banned Juno last game, which is another one of Katsuna's picks, and I know that they definitely don't want to deal with that. And I think it's also pretty strong on Gates, where you just have so much coverage and can respond to, the ball teleporting through the portal back and forth. They might just lock in for another Juno ban again and call it a day, but we'll have to see.
We will have to see. And, of course, Soren, I feel like one of those goalies that's very well known for their coverage of honestly just the entire map. I think maybe one of the more aggressive goalies, I might say, in NASL. I mean, I feel like more often than not, Soren is like halfway across the field, just able to teleport back. So we do love to see that. And it looks like we will be getting into the pick and ban phase. But obviously, that might favor EKC to take this match if that's the case. Yet again, just because if you have that coverage, you never know when the core is going to fly through that teleporter. So it can really turn one way or another as we hopefully get into this draft in a minute here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I think Soren will be locking in now goalie. I think that pick is has a lot of utility on this map. He's been playing it a lot recently. It's been 2 weeks. Maybe his opinions on the pick have changed, but it's being able to put a primary on such a short cooldown in front of the portal and just nullifying that, allowing you to go off and cover some other angle is really nice. It looks pretty good. And so I think that sounds really strong. Obviously, you could just pick something else, and then you get a lot of this guy. He's talking about now goalie, but that's my impression. Is it's a pick that he believes in and has been playing a lot, and it makes sense on this map. Everything lines up.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point. Obviously, now I feel like I don't entirely know the pick rates or stats of the seasons, but now it has to be one of the highest pick rates in all of NASL, right? I feel like I haven't gone today without seeing a game that was lacking a now entirely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like now is one of those top picks up there, and for good reason, especially with that primary cooldown, as you mentioned, just blocking off the teleporters.
Yeah, but hey, we're locking in draft right now, and that's a primetime missile prop start, and that is a Luna ban. Hey, missile prop scene right there, just not dealing with it, and I'm a big fan of that. I think that's a good call. Just taking that off the board entirely. Primetime though is really strong on Juno. Could see that coming in, but that's going to be the IME first pick right there for EKC, followed up by high pick from RAAAAHH. And that could go to Gumi or Kainoob. So we'll have to see.
We will. As the drafts continue to roll in. Yeah, I think very reasonable bans. Mako on this map is very strong. And also just annoying in general, especially when you have forwards and midfielders of this caliber. That little speed boost is just the icing on the cake of garbage you have to deal with as the opposing goalie. So fair enough. We do see the X being locked in as well as the brawler and a rune pick coming out of EKC. Always exciting to see a rune pick. I know a staff member and many players are definitely a fan of rune and very strong on this map. I will say, I feel like this obviously home court advantage for rune, as this is literally his home court. So makes sense.
Right. Not too dissimilar to Juno. Has a lot of coverage on the map, and Kitten is one of the rune players, which we've been seeing a lot more recently, but he's been doing it for a long time now. So that makes sense coming in here. The Rasmus also very nice. And NXT, I love watching that guy play. He's so good. But on Rasmus especially, just looks phenomenal. A Vice pick for Demons Raw, rounding out their draft. It's got to be on Gumi.
100%.
And that's that's a very Gumi pick. But that means Katsuna is whoa. Both midfielders have their names starting with K. I just got brain warped. Kainoob is going to be running around on Kai. I love watching that guy play Kai. Really great. And
it's meant to be the name.
It's meant to be. I'm excited for this match. Both team comps look really strong. Demons Rise definitely playing into their comfort, and so is EKC. They're both playing what they know. And on this missile prop start, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of KOs.
Yeah, we most definitely are. And, I don't know how Vice is going to necessarily fare against a rune. I think Vice is a very difficult character to play sometimes if you're not just KOing everyone. That being said, as soon as you get an awakening like Super Surge or Aerials or something like that, that gives you the extra secondary range, all of a sudden you just spam it at the enemy goalie every chance you get. And with this map, especially where the Corey just gets caught in the corner so easily, I think Vice, we might see something good coming out of this.
Yeah, it's a pick we haven't seen from Gumi in a long time, but I remember when he was picking it, like Demon's Rough looked unbeatable. It's just incredibly dominant. So we'll have to see if that's going to continue, or if times have changed, if teams are catching up to all these top teams, like NASL championship winning teams, if they're able to contend. Again, EKC undefeated, looking really good. But Demon's Raw, they won NASL last season. They've got it good, and if they're pulling out Vice and other things that they're really comfortable on, they might be trying to go back to that and get in there and get it done.
That's right. And I'm seeing some great rotations coming out of EKC right now. NXED utilizing those portals, finds the orb in the other half on 1 HP and is able to make it back to defend. So these rotations are incredibly important on a map like this. And NXED will be taking full advantage of them, as of course you would expect from someone of NXED's caliber. And,
yeah, definitely. Wow. And bang, slowest score ever, getting sent right in there. And going to be first point for EKC. And I just looked at the Awakenings, because I did not before. Only Kainoob took Missile Prop. And if you sat down and said, like, which of these 6 characters, like, only if you said one of them is taking Missile Prop, which one do you think it is? Not literally second to last. There's an X on my screen. But, like, definitely not up there in people I would expect to be taking Missile Prop. Everyone else having the prime time, desiring the 2 primaries, makes a lot of sense. And going to be pretty effective. In the meantime, though, Snake down. But Gumi holding on to this 1 barrier still. Snake is back. And they, well, sorry, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, must have been a little bit of a miscommunication there. I think both players had the opportunity to just click their mouse button, but life doesn't always go your way. Kainoob takes a lot of damage off that banish, and Gumi misses a little strike there too. NXED on such low HP, opting to take the barrier. He's trying to bait Snake into using the bell ringer, and that he does. Soren has a little chuckle at that one. A little bit of friendly taunting back and forth, but this is what's so interesting, right? You have these characters that are able to just KO so easily, and all of a sudden you just get to do a little ethereal shift, and what an angle from Soren. We know he's famous for one, but not that one. Soren's able to find the top of the barrier, top of the corner somehow, some way off that core flip.
Yeah, just bending that right in there. Really well played. And EKC is, again, looking exceptional. Good banish coming out from Katsuna, but unfortunately not able to capitalize on it too much. But Kainoob has been smote. And now it's just left to Gumi and Snake to defend this 1 barrier. Both have flips. They know Snake going to be using that. And getting the barrier too. Incredible value coming out. But unable to get the goal right there. Gumi, though, with his flip, able to get it, and Snake covering the clear. The X specialty of just filling space. And Demon's Raw on the board here.
Yeah, that was a great play and a great read, too. I mean, I think most people would expect Soren to maybe go down there, as they just burn the awakenings, or burn the cooldowns, rather. But yeah, look at the damage coming out. It's interesting. Most of the KOs seem to be happening around the portals, or at least the KO attempts. As NXED is able to control this core. Soren in the corner against Kainoob. Katsuna trying to help out, but Gumi is in there. Katsuna low HP, has to get the orb. Playing second goalie now as he just runs away from Snake, and the net is empty. Goes through that teleporter, and no one there to stop it.
Right, things are shifting around. Games right again. I said it last series, but sometimes you just get that 1 point, and everything becomes clear. Everything finally just feels so much easier. And especially like the pressure of being down a point or not being able to score for a while really starts to weigh on you. Anyway, great plays by EKC, great banish, great KO, both barriers down, all players down. Good work. Hey, nice one.
Good job, team. Yeah, the post-point clarity on that one for EKC clearly kicked in there. Able to take the set, but yet again, no easy feat. Demon's RAAAAHH still taking them to set, or to 0.5 rather, in this set. And I mean, these teams are evenly matched. It just seems like EKC is just locking in when they need to, and now is getting rewarded with some great awakenings. Fighter fight there, taken from Soren. He's able to get in the mix very often, will be quicker now. We do see the hot shot coming out for Gumi, which is going to be pretty important here.
Yeah, 3 sparks on the board is pretty unfortunate, and not necessarily for Snake though, who's going to be picking one up. X character that likes sparks, and spark resilience being the last one. Snake's been getting KO'd a lot, and getting a second spark and having it be resilience is going to be really nice. Consonant picks up another spark though. I think to be able to contend with Snake, or just with Demon's RAAAAHH in general, against sparks, which I think is really smart. Gonna be nice. Opting for Spark of Focus over Manu. Could just want the CDR, you know. I don't know, but Manu, obviously not a bad pick on Rune. Makes pillars bigger. Very nice, but here it's just Snake getting beat up. It's rough.
How the tables have turned, right? Ooh, a nice unstable anomaly. Almost keeps it alive. Gumi is just sitting there ulting. That is how you play this character. A nice anomaly there. Will keep things alive. NXCD is low. Snake is getting tossed around. It's working somehow. Just spin to win. And Kainoob gets the goal there. I'm not even sure what's happening, but there's a lot of stagger gone and a lot of goals going in.
Yeah, both teams having similar game plans and getting it done. You see, kind of picked up Unstoppable last draft, which I don't know if we mentioned, but I think is going to be a pretty big deal. Kai, another character that just doesn't have a lot of stagger. Going to be really, really nice to defend against that. NXCD having a great offense, but Gumi defending against it, being patient. Kind of burning the flip right here, but NXCD with the pendulum swing, able to just bop it, calling out kind of slip, and really well played. Wow.
Yippee.
Yippee.
Yeah, that's how you gotta feel if you're Soren when you press your ult button and it goes in. Turret gaming is in full swing, and yeah, honestly, just a great play and honestly good luck coming out of these players from last time. The core just happens to go through the portal at just the right time, and EKC is getting rewarded time and time again for just being in the right place at the right time and still having goal barriers.
Right. And here we're seeing Demon's RAAAAHH are kind of they're looking a little back, just getting these KOs. Gumi going for the portal play, unfortunately not quite getting it, but has a core flip. Kainoob almost getting the ball straight to Snake, not quite, but there it is. Hey, second time's the charm. Demon's RAAAAHH getting it in there, and like they've turned it on. They were playing so well now, whereas before I think they were playing just okay, and now they're back. They're playing on a similar level that I think EKC's been playing on this whole time.
Definitely, and I think that's the forward pressure we need out of this team, right? I mean, Kainoob and Snake are so good past the midfield line. It's just you have to get there, and it's difficult against the Rune, but once it is, you know, Snake can kind of just punch it through, and there's not much you can do. Finds a gorgeous angle on the front of that. Kainoob with the barrage as Soren forced to evade there. Demon's RAAAAHH able to get away with it, and that's the forward pressure we need. We'll have to see if there's any awakenings that help out the core speed, maybe like team player. I mean, we know Gumi has hot shot, but none of the sort. So Catalyst and Stagger might be some potentially good picks, although there is a spark up. So
yeah, there's that spark. I wonder if Katsuno would take it if Snake doesn't, but I think Snake should, and he will take it. And that's a lot of stagger. I mean, let's do a little bit of math here. 100 max stagger base, and then 350 per spark. That's 800 extra stagger. X only has 900 max stagger at level 10, right? Like that's almost half. That's almost half his health bar as a character with some of the most stagger in the game, as 2 Awakenings, and that's NXCD completely boomed.
Yeah,
gone.
I mean, you lost me when you said 100, but I saw a lot of ticks there on that health bar, and they all went away immediately. So they are helpful, but not against just taking knockback on the edge of the map, and that was insane. Soren just blinks at just the wrong time with that cyber swipe as the core flies towards the net. The Demons Raw has a lot of pressure going right now. All they have to do is stuff it, and that they do. Snake gets that one off the snake reset. Yeah, that's the word. It basically is.
Snake reset. Well, yeah, I'm looking at some of the other Awakenings here. Just honestly a immaculate draft from Demons Raw. Catalyst on Gumi and Chrono Boost on Kai. Noob. That's so strong. And,
yeah.
And people are just falling left and right. Like, we're in for a bloodbath of a game. It's set 3, but just left and right, back and forth, all around. Heads will roll.
Yeah, Red is looking like the Queen of Hearts right now. There is a lot of damage. Gumi does get banished. Snake looking to do something here. Soren does have the flip, burns it away through the portal. NXCD not able to connect with that pendulum swing there as Gumi loses 1 barrier, pops the ult. But now it's a scary situation here. Has the flip, though, into the corner. Just the wrong bounce. Snake looking for that last barrier. The turret and the unstable anomaly will try their best to keep it alive, and their best is good enough for now. We'll have to see how Demons Raw is able to break through this barrier, and that they do. NXDD has the opportunity to take this one. Can't quite get the timing here. Gumi and Kainoob stuck in this corner. Snake looking for something here. Just waiting for the pass. A nice strike war win. And the offensive, the midfields from EKC are doing a great job right now. The final barrier does fall, and Gumi in a scary spot. The flip is good. Soren is able to read it. What a beautiful power chord coming out from Gumi with that eject button. Able to get things done. And just like that, Demons Raw is up 2-0 in set number 3.
Yeah. I got a big smile on my face. I'm sitting here and I was like, I don't know if Demons Raw are gonna do well on this map that they permabanned all last season. I'm like, I want to see a game 3. This is exciting, and they're playing immaculately. And dare I say, we're so back. Well, not with Snake getting staggered and just vaporized, quite literally, like reduced to atoms. But I'll be back in 6 seconds. In the meantime, the banish is going to just completely shut down Gumi's supernova, and Demons are able to defend 1 barrier there with a flip and another flip to secure the 3rd goal of that set, and they're running away with it. And it's a mad dash straight to game 3, and they have no breaks.
No, all gas is the name of the game, and what a beautiful play from Katsuna, banishing supernova. Unfortunately, didn't work out to his heart's content. But we will see some picks here. Peak performance coming out from Kainoob is going to make him even quicker and score that goal even faster next time. But now the turret lasts forever.
Yeah, infinite turret glitch. Live right here. Gumi picking up a dash awakening. And that's... Oh, I forgot. Only Kainoob has missile prop. Still weird. I'm still bugging about that. But that's going to be some extra projectile range. It just... so much more influence on the map. It'd be really nice. Snake with size. That's scary. NXCD with size. Both brawlers eating good today. And Katsuna picking up the stacks. Gonna have to keep him up, because obviously KOs are coming out left and right, especially with this longer power chord coming out from Gumi. Gonna be pretty scary. But here, just Demons are just able to keep getting the barriers and keep getting the goals. And they have so much offense, and this is what they're known for, is being such an absolutely monstrous offensive threat. And they're doing it. And they're doing it.
Right, and I think Gumi on this Vice is really piloting the striker well. I mean, the power chord that you're able to put down just does so much damage, and it really just stops the play, it seems like, every time. He's able to just teleport into the enemy's net, and it works out. I mean, we saw it last time. We heard everything go silent, and then a single strike from Snake is able to put it through. It really just is stopping the play and stopping the defense, of which we've seen from EKC is almost always immaculate. Yeah,
the strike heard around the world, they call it, and here was the KO heard mostly in the goal box as Snake knocks out Soren, and despite a great banish coming out from Katsuna and the members of EKC trying to hold it down, and just not able to stop everything the Demons were throwing out. And we're on match point this time for Demons RAAAAHH, and they are just looking great this series, and is looking to just end it now. Again, mad dash to game 3. It might just be right here.
It just might. Soren pass up to Katsuna. Kainoob and Gumi just locking down the net, but not if they're banished. Gumi using a supernova. A scary time trying to get it to Snake. There's all 3 defenders from EKC just sitting there making sure that doesn't happen. But through the teleporter up to NXCD, no flip needed. Nice passing play there and some good synergy coming out from EKC. We're going to need to see a lot of that and a lot less KOs land on their side if they want to make this work.
Right. Great point from EKC there. But
wow,
I think this one's looking a little bit tougher, as now Demons are just looking to KO NXCD. NXCD uses flip, saves the barriers. Kind of has to if he doesn't hold it down right here. That's curtains for this game.
Ooh.
And a big reversal of fortune. Huge KO onto Gumi. That's exactly what EKC needs after everything that just happened.
Yeah, and the death touch there from NXDD will secure that second barrier. The flip does not work for Kainoob, but Gumi is back up. It bought just enough time. Now Snake looking to fly in here, trying to take that barrier, but you have to get it through this turret that lasts forever. Snake now opting to just punch Soren. Figures maybe if I can get rid of the cooldowns, they won't be able to do anything. A beautiful Giga Blast from Kainoob with the banish coming out. Katsuna on such low HP too, starting to get targeted by Demons RAAAAHH, and there's the barrier. You just have to get it to Snake. Looking to fish it through the teleport. It's going quick, but not enough to pass up. Goes through the teleporter yet again. NXED has control for the time being. Looking to get it in that top corner. The pass to Katsuna. The beautiful clear, though, will get it out. But right again, it's back into the fray. And there
back
it
into the fray
is.
It is, and back into NXCD's hands as he's going to be putting it in right there. Roller coaster of a point. Both teams just having incredible highs, devastating lows, everything in between. But now, Demons still on game point, still have the opportunity here to win it all. But EKC, with all the momentum in the world, trying to bring us to a set 5, trying to close out this game, not have to worry about a game 3. But both barriers down, things are looking rough. They have the offense here. Have to get one more barrier, but Gumi is holding right now. Gumi is taking a lot of damage right now. And yeah, that's going to be it.
He's trying to clear it diagonally. You just can't do anything. There's the flip through the teleporter somehow. Soren finds the angle into the bottom. Absolutely clawing back at this point. Able to secure that goal. And look at this. NXZD now will get first pick here. And there are some strong awakenings up right now.
Right. Might offer some more size, especially to deny Snake. Might go for explosive entrance for the dash. But no, just put the size in the bag, man. It's time to go big mode. I have to wonder what Snake's picking up. Super Surge, going dash mode and denying Soren. Gonna have to take the weak extra special awakening with Timeless. Different situation. Extra special in perfect form. Gonna be really hard to deal with. That's so much offense. It's gonna be so hard to break through. Yeah, like all of the above. Super tough. Kind of though with team player could be a game changer, especially if they play around it. You know, passing between Kainoob and Gumi to get it going. But we'll have to see. EKC got a pretty scary draft there.
Yeah, that they did. And These rune pillars in the bottom corner where things get scary for Gumi. That diagonal clear is not great. Very difficult when these teams are looking out for it. And we see it again in this corner. Somehow Kainoob and Gumi almost able to make it out unscathed. This time, not so lucky. Kainoob's looking for something. Soren's going all the way up. The teleport was scary there. Gumi gets pulled away and the core flip buffered as well. Won't have that for defense. Now the first barrier falls for EKC. Snake is up there with the low HP, able to get it. Has the flip, trying to dash it through. Gets 1 KO. Is looking for the rest, and the cooldowns are not enough. Kainoob able to put that one through with the barrage. But what a great offensive push there from Snake.
Yeah, as they say, the X train is coming through, and with Super Surge, that was huge. Really, really big KO. And like they were 1 point away from winning now. Things are a lot tougher for Demons, but they're still playing really well and getting it done. They just have to survive through all the unlimited cooldowns that Soren has here.
That's right, but I think they're so happy with that draft. I mean, things really, in my opinion, went their way despite losing that round. These awakenings are strong, and look at Snake. He is just in there causing issues with the unstoppable wall as Snake hides in the corner. Able to get out for now. There's the banish coming through, but the KO finally finds its mark. Gumi does have the flip, able to get that past both of them somehow, some way. Will opt to use the flip. The corner clear instead of the diagonal one is ridiculous from Gumi. Demon's RAAAAHH is looking unstoppable right now, even though Kainoob is taken off the pitch.
Well, I think they've been stopped, as it turns out. Good flip coming out from Soren. Good KO coming out from EKC. And tying up this game, we're back to the last game. They're just going back and forth here.
Yeah, both these matches have been an absolute slugfest. A nice double barrier there. Gumi able to help out on the offense. Doing a great job here on the defense as well. Kainoob is assisting so much in the defense, using that speed from that perfect form, able to do it with the barrage and the strike. Soren doesn't have enough cooldowns. Kainoob just gets all up in there, and the goal box is a messy place to be.
Definitely. Just the Demons RAAAAHH offense going crazy once more, and we're back to match point right here.
Yeah, and a great job cutting off that pass from Snake. Able to get both barriers. Has the flip. Could this be it? It is. The dash through as Snake takes it. 1-1 in the series now. And we're going to a map number 3.
Right. Take us to game 3. Both these teams, again, I keep saying it, but back and forth. Each point, each set, and now in these games. And we're going straight to Demon Dais, which I believe EKC is not a big fan of. Demons RAAAAHH loves the map, but I think they both have styles that fit this map. And we've been seeing a lot of KOs coming out. I think we'll be seeing a lot more.
Yeah, you talked about what styles these teams like. I think I have an inkling of what Demons RAAAAHH likes to do on these maps. And if any of that inkling is in Snake, I mean, 43,788 damage on the X character with Gumi at 35,000 damage. I mean, that's 80,000 between the two of them. Yeah, a little bit of damage coming out from both of these teams. Of course, Demons RAAAAHH does have the KO lead. Actually, no, they got less KOs than EKC that game. Very interesting. So yeah, we'll see. Will EKC just kill? Is that the strat? Is EKC kill, or is Demons RAAAAHH kill?
It could be both. I am looking forward to this next game. Again, EKC has said that they're not super fond of Demon Dais, but I think that they can just, even play a comp like they just played, and it'll go well. If they just look for these KOs, like NX City had the most in the game with 6, and he's playing Rasmus. Like,
yeah.
They can do it. They can get it done. But obviously it's going to be a little difficult, especially into Demons RAAAAHH, who got fewer KOs, but were still able to capitalize more on their offenses. It's going to be really tough.
It will be. And especially that being said, I mean, we've seen some comps that have been specifically catered to the maps we've been playing. Of course, the very offensive Kai play coming out on Inky Splashstone. Whereas, you know, we see maybe a little bit more reserved play coming out from Aimee just to use those abilities. And we also saw Rune last map, something we haven't really seen on the other maps today. Demon Dais, or Demon Days, however you want to pronounce it. Lots and lots of damage coming out. I mean, we saw Gumi on this Vice just wailing on the EKC team, just right-clicking whenever you can and just abusing all of it. And, you know, making a really great use of the space. We saw Snake cutting off so many passing plays, back passes, all sorts of things, just in the right place at the right time. And that positioning is super important on this map because once that core gets behind the gate, it's kind of game over.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what pick Gumi's going to play here because the Vice looked great. Could see that go in. Notorious Rasmus goalie hater, but has played it on this map, and it's pretty strong on this map. Curious to see if that would come out. I think it's just going to be Vice. Like,
surely,
I'll be for real, but I don't know. It could be any number of things. We could see an Aimee pick. Like, there's a lot of pretty good picks for goalie on this map, and it matters a lot. It's a big deal if you pick a goalie that can't defend the big round weird barriers. That's devastating. That's GG. So we will have to see.
That we will. Also, the starting awakenings are always scary. I would love so much for it to just be like Deadeye Spark of Strength. Like that would that would fulfill my soul right now. That would be amazing.
Well, I'm looking at 1-2 punch on the screen right now, and I feel like that's up there, right?
That
Peak performance 2, which is scary. It's a weird situation where you sit there and you say, do I want to take the damage and just try and KO through them if they take peak, or do I want to take peak to try and survive through the damage? I think both teams are going to opt into the 1-2 punch. I think they're just like, I would say the gloves are off, but the gloves are coming on with 1-2 punch as they're just going to go slug it out. Full 1-2 punch start, I don't think peak performance is enough to save that.
No. There is no amount of speed you can run from this comp. And I mean, we do see the Luna and Juno ban, which of course makes sense. The core speed coming off of Juno off 1-2 is just obnoxious with the amount of power coming out. Also, you step on her friends and they fight back. The whole gang comes and gets you. So definitely nothing to scoff at in terms of damage there. That being said, we do see the Aimee pick likely on that goalie position and also a Juliet, which will be great for securing barriers later down the line. And we'll have to see. Of course, there's probably going to be an X, right? I mean, the 1-2 gloves, he gets to wear gloves on top of gloves and become much more than a featherweight.
You've heard of stacks on stacks. Here comes gloves on gloves. I would expect an X pick. That's going to be a Kai, and yep, and there it is. Hey, it just an easy 1-2, and that's looks like a great comp. The Kai to just cover all the core controlling, can be anywhere on the map at once, especially such a narrow map like Demon Dais. It's going to be really nice. And then Snake on the X, just, you know, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10, no notes after that last game. Going to be nice to see again. I'm excited to see Gumi on the Aimee. Hoping he can put up some numbers. But in the meantime, it looks like Soren's going to be locking in Finny goalie, which obviously has a great ult for getting barriers. Slap that thing on there. It's like, well, yeah, hey, shake my hand. Okay. It'd be a little tough to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Finny, one of my favorite characters to play on this map. It's just so fun. I mean, you have so much control, right? Because you're able to run forward, and then we saw in earlier games, just put the Finny creations behind you, and they're your goalie. It's awesome. Yep. I mean, that's the magic trick, right? I think that's why teams opt for this. I mean, of course, just smoke your opponent and insta-kill them off kickoff too. But honestly, the defensive prowess of Finny is something that's so important and should not be overlooked by either of these teams. And we'll have to see how it plays out. Let's type in chat the number of KOs you think are going to be total. And whoever wins, I don't know. Feel happy, I guess.
I'll come to your home and shake your hand. And for legal reasons, it's a joke, but like... Hi. Hey, how's it going? Anyway, let's see the Awakening picks as we're loading in here. And I'm actually quite surprised. Demons RAAAAHH all took peak performance. Snake putting on the Vambrace, and then NXCD and Constant taking the 1-2. NXCD makes the most sense, you know. That's Juliet. That's what she does. But I'm pretty surprised at the whole peak thing. I suppose I was wrong in that the speed and stagger you get is just going to be enough to deal with the 1-2, especially since not everyone took 1-2. It's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, we don't see a ton of people who look like they necessarily want to KO. I mean, Snake picking Vicious Vambrace, of course, you kind of have to on this map with how much damage you take. You're able to spin and just get all your health back. But, you know, does a little bit of damage on this X character.
Just a little bit, as that's a KO on Katsuna, and that's both barriers, and it really is...
It's 3.
Demon Dais. This is their map. They just look so confident on it.
Snake hitting all 3 people with the bell ringer is just icing on the cake for that statement. Watching everyone go in a different direction. Yeah, this is hard. I mean, you have to do a lot. I mean, we see Soren playing with those momentum boots instead of something like Strike Shot, which we typically see out of Finny on a lot of maps. Of course, this map, movement is so important, especially on the early game, getting around. And it kind of reminds me of old school Finny, where you were just flying at Mach speed, even with 1 awakening. It's nice to see Finny being quick, but we'll just see Snake punching over and over and over to remove those stacks added by momentum boots.
Yeah, scuffing the Jays real quick, giving him a nice crease on the dais, as that's going to be another point for Demons RAAAAHH. And call me stupid. You can call me whatever. That's Gumi on the Kai. I didn't even realize it because we just watched Kai Noob on Kai, and you know, pretty familiar with Gumi playing Aimi. But I think that it's a big change up from what I was expecting. Also, a big change up is Kai Noob has passed away, unfortunately, due to dash punch. But now that's no dash punch to help get the barriers, and Gumi has flip, so only 1 barrier down that power play. Gumi still has flip. NXCD is looking a little unhealthy, a little dangerously low, and with Kai Noob back, able to get the damage on. It might be curtains for that guy.
It might, but oh, look at that. The Strike War win from Katsuna will take that second barrier. Good banish. Able to defend the net. Not sure if that was the intention there, but it sure worked out. Kai Noob's passing it to Snake, able to get that pressure, has the flip. Is just looking to flip in the net. And a nice pass up, has the flip. Gumi is in the net, and the punch through. Snake is able to fly in a 3-0 set from Demons RAAAAHH right now. You're right, Yoshi. This is definitely their map.
Yeah, just a beautiful performance coming out from Snake. And gift of fight or flight. That is what you like to see if you're Snake or a Demons RAAAAHH fan. Mostly if you're Snake. Wow. It feels so nice to drop an ult on X and just start flying around. Catalyst being taken by Soren, just not wanting anyone else to have it. Locking that in. Spark of Strength, going straight to NXCD, and that could be a game changer later on. But in the meantime, more CDR for Gumi, more speed for Kai Noob, and a little bit more speed for Katsuna, who does have that 1-2 punch. Could make the power that you get from Knife's Edge, you know, relevant. Do a lot of damage there, but I don't know. I think it's mostly for the speed. Oh, and mostly dash punch coming out with that extra power there, almost KOing both Kai Noob and Snake. Could have been big, but Kai Noob's still looking low.
Yeah, the trade-off where they just have Kai Noob sit in the net and Gumi runs up and causes problems. I love the sort of flexible positioning that these teams have. Gumi opts not to hit it. and it passes perfectly to Snake with the core flip. That was incredibly big brain. It ended up working. Unfortunate for the side of EKC, but you love it as a Demon's Raw fan when things work out your way like that.
Right, and like that too. Snake getting banished, but doesn't matter. That's both barriers down. Going in, looking for the score off the turret. Not quite able to get it. Almost gets knocked out. But Snake has Vambrace, and he's just brawling it out. Gumi, all the way up there, able to receive the ball and put it in. That's that.
That is that. And that was just a gorgeous pass. Snake just standing there menacingly. Doesn't even need to take the opportunity to shoot. Instead, just opts to pass it to the fully open teammate. And that's what I love. I mean, these comps are able to do so much damage like that, like NXDD getting those kills. And yet, ultimately, Snake will kind of just sit somewhere, stand still, pass it, and that doesn't matter.
Yeah, the map is narrow enough, and you know, X is just a big enough guy that you can stand there and occupy so much space and be so deadly. And you get your KO, you get in there, you get the barriers, and it's just a great time all around. And again, with fight or flight, this guy's just moving. Even if he's not going places, even if he doesn't have a lot of different places to go, he's big enough to just stand there. He's going to them at rapid speeds.
And a nice banish from Katsuna there. Looking for something. Snake's able to keep this barrier alive as NXDD has something to say about it. The net is open though. NXDD finds the angle. Gumi, the unfortunate eject button there, just gets out of the defense box. There's really not much you can do when there's nothing in net. It's similar to the angle earlier that Snake was able to get, except Snake had to have core flip and someone in the net. This time NXDD just got it for free.
Yeah, hand delivered. The perfect shot right open there. But now it's looking a little cooked for EKC. Hate to say it, but that's an open net, and Demons can just get their second set win really quick. Not if the banish comes out though. NXDD looking to capitalize, but Gumi with the flip, Gumi without the flip. That's still Demon's Rock just putting on this a violent corner pressure, and Snake eventually getting it in there. A masterclass, honestly.
That is a masterclass. Someone needs to draw me a picture of Gumi's face, like happy and then sad, like the theater masks. And it's Gumi with flip and Gumi without flip. But yeah, interesting draft here. I mean, obviously Finny might like to get Deadeye. Although it doesn't seem like they really have any opportunities to kill with how just aggressive Demon's Raw is playing on this offense. If anything, cooldown might be better. Looks like we'll be able to get the rapid fire there.
And Snake here has the super survivability build. Like peak performance and stagger swagger and vicious fan brace, all making him fast, keeping him alive. Fight or flight also making him fast, giving him another secondary if he gets staggered. I guess isn't super relevant. That's the flight part, but that's the fight part. But he's mostly just flying around. Here, the Deadeye denied from Soren by Kai Noob, and NXDD got Adrenaline Rush, which is like #1 Julie Biss. Like, do not let it happen, but it just doesn't matter. Demon's Raw is just too on fire. Too big to fail.
Sure are. I mean, they're feeling it now. If they're spamming emotes, I know that's typical of Gumi, but if they're spamming emotes, they are in the zone right now. They're feeling confident and locked in, and you should be if you're doing this to this team, who is currently undefeated in this season. Yeah, they feel it.
Yeah, gotta feel great as like that's a staggered guy, as a dead guy. Soren looking low as Snake and Gumi just pushing it through there. I think it's really interesting how Demons are playing this, where Gumi and Kainu were just like rotating constantly. I feel like I see Gumi up further than Kainu most of the time, but
what is he doing?
What is he doing?
Oh, I would love to see something come and just... Oh, no.
This is villainous. This is a potential for EKC to punish a little bit of ego.
This is brutal. Of all people, Gumi is sitting on the edge, and then Katsuna's unstable anomaly can't reach far enough to get the KO. Absolutely savage. But Gumi now up in the net. All three players past the midfield line. The flip sends half the team away. And now one of them off the map as Soren is just getting punched through right now. Snake looking for the KO. Probably trying to set up an ace right now. There's two. Looking for one more is just stalling out the time. Thankfully, Snake is punished for this. Someone has to pay for their crimes. And Gumi puts the nail in the coffin. Demons RAAAH able to take this series 2-1 in a crazy upset.
Yeah. You know, on paper, the team that's 1-2 beating the 3-0 team, it is big. But Demons RAAAH just looked every bit as menacing as they ever have. You know, don't let the 1-2 record deceive you. A 2-week break has done them very, very well. And back in full force, they got the KOs, they got the scoring, they got the BM. They are back.
Yeah, they are very, very back. And looking at KOs that game, I don't think anyone typed numbers in the chat, but we were sitting at a total of 10, which was a lot lower than I actually expected for both these teams. NXZD with all 3 KOs for the side of EKC. Of course, Kainu with the most on IME 4. If anyone typed in 10, yeah, looks like we got 110 in the chat. Unfortunately, right now, it's a little bit too late for that one. Nice try, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely interesting performance. I mean, Soren with 100 redirects, 28 of those being saved, just forced in that back corner continually to strike the core over and over, like Sisyphus, trying to clear it out as Snake and Kainu just fly through all the time. Difficult spot to be in, but nevertheless, tried their best against this team. And map 1, we're looking really dominant.
Yeah. But in the end, it's going to be Demons RAAAH taking a big win, dethroning the undefeated EKC, and get to 2-2. Let's go, 2-2, baby.
Let's go.
Right, a strange season for Demons RAAAH, but it's looking like they're coming back with a vengeance, every bit as powerful as they were before, ready to start crushing games like they used to. So we are seeing the gap between teams like Demons RAAAH and the other teams close, but in the end, Demons still on top.
That's right. Well, speaking of being on top, we have an exciting show at the top of the hour, top of the series. Showtime versus Sad Boys going to be up next. So that's the last you're going to be hearing from us for tonight. But Yoshi, is there anything you want to say before we pass it into a break and then to our next casters?
Hey, don't go anywhere. This is going to be a crazy match. I've been looking forward to it all day. Just strap in, and we won't see you soon, but 2 other casters will be seeing you soon. So see you then. Bye-bye.